My name is Graham Norris. Today is August the 29th, 2024. I'm going to look at the investors, what they're looking for when they invest in a large multi-family project. They're looking at two things predominantly. They're looking at the confidence and the security of their investment. They want to know firstly, that it's safe, that they'll get their money back with interest, and then they want to know the return for that capital invested in that project to evaluate if it's a good deal for them. These investors typically are those who haven't got time to be thinking about anything else other than deploying their money, and they take a very passive role which doesn't impact on their lifestyle at all, but does make their money work hard for them, and they get a good return on the money. So that's the subject today, is cash on cash return. So let's imagine an investor would like to put $100,000 into a large multifamily offering that we are presenting. They want to know each year what they will receive, the interest and the return, and will it be on time. They want to know the length of the project. And at the end of the project, they want to know how much they'll receive in their share of the profits. So let's take a typical example. For most of our projects, we'll keep the project for at least 3 years, and maybe as long as 5. We either refinance at the end of 5 years, or we sell a property. It's then that the investors will get paid out. It is possible that we could refinance at an earlier stage if we see that it makes sense and that everybody's agreed that now is the time to refinance and get paid back our investors the capital that they invested in the project and a share in the profits. So let's imagine let's look at the quarterly distributions. So at the end of the year, if an investor receives $10,000 in distributions by the end of the year, and they put 100,000 in, that would mean the cash on cash is 10% return. And that would be annualized, and we're talking about annualization. So let's imagine that happens for 5 years and it remains the same. At the end of 5 years, they've received $50,000 for the 100,000 that they put in. We sell it, and then what we're going to do then is obviously share the profits that we've made. So if we've doubled our value of the building, which is not untypical, it's fairly standard to double the price because of forced appreciation. The rents are now at market rate where they weren't before. We've added in income streams, which dropped to the bottom line, and we've maybe reduced expenses. We've increased the occupancy. All these things will add to the value of the project. So let's imagine that they've doubled it, and so they'll have that 50,000 from the 5 years distributions and 100,000 gain on the 100,000 deployed. So they'll receive, when we close, their original stake back, 100,000 plus 100,000 profit. And so in total, they will have received 250,000 for the 100,000 that they invested. So that's a 250% return on the cash, which is really good rate of return. So that's what an investor is looking for, a good rate of return. They will invest if they can see that we've got a good track record. Of course, that gives them the confidence, and that they can see that other projects that we've been through the 5-year cycle, and investors have received their money back on time with a good rate of return. So that's the cash on cash. If you have any questions on that, just simply put a comment below or book a call with me on calendly.com/Graham Norris. And like and subscribe to the video. That helps helps YouTube understand that this is a good video and that people want to know about what cash and cash means. In the meantime, if you are interested in becoming a limited partner in our projects, do let me know that you'd like to be on the mailing list. So when we do have a project, we can mail an invitation to you to come to the offering memorandum known as the OM, where you can then decide to put some money down and wire that in. So at closing, we can raise the capital that we need to purchase the property. So you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.